Well, welcome. It's Sunday. I think it's what the 14th. So this is 2 weeks old now, and I'm gonna finish this tip out today and bend up the horn and get it set and get the stabilizer tacked. And by tonight, we'll be molding top and bottom blocks. Um, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Viper series because I really like building them. They're so easy to build, so fast to build. And I do believe that any anybody could build it. Anybody. Let me take this off here. I don't want to drop that on the floor. The secret to this is to make it light. If you don't make it light, you're wasting your time. This is not an airplane that's 65 ounces. It's just no way. So the first thing I want to do here is I glued these on in a let me get the template here. Come on. When you get your set of plans, make yourself a template for the rib or for the tip. Let me change camera views here. Come on. So you want to make yourself a tip template. You can use cardboard. You could just pin prick it and cut it out of balsa, whatever. But you want to cut out a piece of 8-inch wood in the shape of the tip. Then I've sectioned this off so 3 pieces. You cut these pieces out of 3/8 wood. So you got one there, and you got one there, and you got one there. You'll need 4 of each of these. That's for right and inboard and outboard tips. So you sandwich all that together, and you end up with a sandwich that looks like that. Now I've left these flaps long. Hopefully that when the plans are done, he'll have them cut in so that they're the right size or whatever. But everybody knows the way that I build, I just modify the shape to fit, just the way it is. So I've glued this on here. You want to make sure you got it centered between the ribs because we're going to sand this all till it's flat, and we're going to cut this off here, the tip template, the flap, I mean. Okay, I can't believe we never have a pen. Try a new one. Try another one. Shaver's Hobby Shop. Yeah, there we go. So you're going to need 4 extra ribs too. That's where we're going to sand up to. It'll get cut back a little bit more than that, but you kind of got the idea. And I've already got it glued on. Make sure that it's straight with the leading edge. You don't want it drooping down. I think that would cause some pretty poor flying characteristics if you had it drooped up or down. Try to keep everything square. This, it looks like Saturday and Sundays are my best days, but it doesn't look like this series is doing too well. You guys have already seen me build one of these, but wait till I start doing the molded balsa wheel pants. That's going to be a trip. Okay, the first thing I want to do Find my ruler. Let me get this shit over here. What the hell happened? My ruler has disappeared. Can't never have enough rulers. Yeah, we'll use this one here. You want to measure over 1.25 inches. I should have just used a little scale here. Center to center, 1.25 inches. That's the first rib, so we'll put that one in first and then measure from there. That way this wingtip is a flying wingtip. It's not just a tip stuck on the end. It's part of the airfoil, so you're gaining more wing area. More usable lifting wing area. Let me get a razor blade. You know, between the first build and this build, there ought to be enough information on building this airplane that you guys can figure it out. See, this is the pen. It's no good, so we'll throw it away. This is the good pen. You want to hand sand these in. You want these a nice tight fit. The razor blade at an angle. Cut them big. That's too long, just barely. And too tall up here in the front, so take a little bit off the nose. You set it on the plate there. A little bit more. Hey, no matter what, if you guys come on and give this video a thumbs up. I didn't realize it that subscriber count, you know, if you guys subscribe, that's great. But the most important thing is to give that a thumbs up so we get spread out in the other content. So even if you don't like the video, give it a thumbs up. Okay. I rearranged my page now too, so that you can find videos a little bit easier. So when you open up the page, the first video that's going to come up is the newest one, Tom Dixon video. Foam wings. I know you guys just love foam wings. And I do hope that these videos help you. Too long. Too long by 32nd of an inch. That's okay. Better too long than too short. Let's see here. Little lump there. Hand fit. Yo, whoa, whoa. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, I think that's gonna do it right there. We'll sand it to shape. What you're trying to do here is make it so the silk span lays down on this thing with zero wrinkles. I'm going to take the Dremel tool now and take away this wood that's up here in the top. We don't want to carry around any extra wood. Well, bearings are going out on this. Yeah, that's good. We'll leave that till I get the other ribs in the back there from the other side. Let's go ahead and shape this up and see what it looks like. Because it's all about the shape, you know. How good is it? The other side came out great. I need my 36 grit. My 25-year-old piece of 36 grit sandpaper. We're going to have shit dropping off on the floor. I make it look so easy. Easy peasy, nice and greasy. Grinding my knuckles there. Okay, we're down to that. Now let's get the stick. Yeah, you could take a knife and cut that off, or plane. You stand a big chance of going too far, so it's better just to sand it slow. We're trying to make this edge meet up with the rib here on top. Let me turn it around and show you. This is the look we're looking for right here. That's the look we're looking for right here. I might as well grind that stuff out while I got this turned around. Yeah, it'll be fine, you know. But that's the look you're looking for. So when the sheeting goes down and it just lays down, there's nothing, no weird angles to pull on or anything like that. I've ordered another spool of Kevlar thread. It'll be here tomorrow. I've got to put the anti-crush sticks in this thing yet, but it's not a big deal. So we'll work on this other side, getting it shaped up. I'm going to be sanding out the inside of this fuselage too. I didn't do that on the last one because we were in a hurry, but I've got till next year to get this one done, and it's only 2 weeks old now, so. You know what? I got 36 grit. Let's go with that. Need some 24 grit. So basically what's going on here is there's a whole lot of little stuff to do. I mean, I got the big stuff done. The last 10% takes 90% of the time. The airplane is almost there. I mean, the whole thing, it's almost ready to be start finishing. I figure another week and we'll be ready to start covering. Because I am taking my time and trying to do a super nice job on this one. So the most important thing here is to get you got to think about the covering. The paper is going to lay on there like so. So it all has to be just straight across. And I'll show you how to get that as soon as we get this tip sanded down. And the nice thing about doing it this way, your center plate, the 1/8" center plate, is the center of the tip. So you sand one side down to the 1/8 and stop, and then sand the other side down, and then you come back and sand it on the edge. Hey, Terry. Thank you. The other Viper's done the same way, but I don't think I showed exactly in detail how to do it. I've done tips all different ways. I like solid tips, but you can't get any good wood. But so far, this is the best way that I've found to do this type of tip. Now, Billy Warridge, he does a tip that leaves these ribs out. It just goes straight down there. I think it's better to have the airfoil in it. Makes it look better, and you get added lift. And that's how they did it in the 60s, is they just did a 1/2" perimeter all the way around here, and that's it. I mean, I've done it. Doesn't look my Viper XL or my Junar XL is done that way. Got a 1/2" perimeter around it, and nothing, no rib or nothing in there. And John and I got to talking about it. It doesn't look very good, you know, just have a flat spot going across there. Make sure to give that thumbs up, guys, because that's what the algorithm likes. It gets my videos out to more people. We've got to fool the algorithm if we want to grow this channel. And I do want to grow the channel so more people get interested in control line and keep this thing alive. Here's another thing about this type style of tip. This has to be rounded all the way up to the edge, because that edge is what's going to show in your covering. If you don't, where it's sanded back to here, it'll go flat and then down. It'll look like crap. You know, You got to make sure this is flat too. Well, it doesn't matter. If you hit the thumbs down, that's just as good as a thumbs up. But I'd surely appreciate the thumbs up instead of thumbs down, because I do put a lot of effort into showing you guys how to do this stuff. There's some people that you can't make happy, but that's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Now I have 64th plywood lining the inside of this for the lead out, so that the lead outs don't narf up the end of the tip, so it's hardened up. Now this is normally not how I do lead outs. I do them with the push, with the push block in it, but I don't know, I change it up a little bit. So I've done a couple this way. Most of the time I do it with the push block in it though. So if you feel over here, you can feel a step. You don't want that step in there. You want it all flat. And the last one, I sanded this too far, and I wanted to make sure not to get that on this airplane. Well, I better sand the front of this. Let me take these lead outs out of here so they're not in my way. This is just 80 grit on a paint stick. And when I get this rounded off, we're going to sand that, blunten up this leading edge like I did the other side. Because it's all going to flow together. Sanding, sanding, sanding. That's where it's at. I think I might have let that one down too far. Shoot. We got to lift it up. I'm looking at this straight across here, and this one's down pretty far. I could sand them down to that, and I probably will, but it'll cause the leading edge to hoop like that, so we don't want to do that. So I'll get the knife. There's a knife. That's a piece of aluminum tube. There's a knife. We'll cut this off and raise it up. We're going to the accelerator. I need to take this hat off. This is my most favorite hat that was given to me. I don't want to get all full of sawdust. Everything I got is ruined. Sawdust, shirts, pants. Put this hat on. I don't care. It's pretty grody as is. All right, we got this raised up here, so it's above the line. Now I can sand that leading edge into it instead of sanding the leading down to it. Now we're getting close. I don't want to sand too far with this 80 grit, so we're going to switch over to 180 on a different block to clean that up. First, well, I guess I could get that flattened out, I suppose. What happened to it? There it is. Yeah, this is not the one I wanted, but it'll do. Really rather have that smaller one. There it is. It's all about knowing how to sand, I believe. Yeah, we got that. This is 180 on here. That's 320. Almost there. Almost. I've got a tip for you. These are the tips right here. Okay, now let's get some paper in hand. We'll do this round tip here. See this line here, I don't know if you can see it. It's flat right here. You don't want that flat. You want it. You don't want any flat on this stuff. It's going to take a whole lot more than that. We're going to need this kind of paper. 80 in hand. Be sanding on it with it forever with 180. Almost there. We're almost there. sight down it, make sure it's right. Now, if you look right here, you can see that pen mark right there. We got to sand until those pen marks go away. Both front and back, by the way. But I want to get it close and then finish it off. Flatten it up, making it shapely. Okay, now this one. You can still feel this edge here. No good. You can feel it. You're going to be able to see it. Trust me. You know, beam wing done really nice. Really pretty. Still feel it just a little. How about here? Yep, still a little. I hear it coming in now. Ever so slight. There it goes. It came in, the pen marks went away. One more out here. See the pen mark went away there? Got a pen mark there. Don't break. What did I break? Where is it broke? Yeah, well, just blew it up. Put the glue on the front here too. Still a little loose, but well. Ah, Well, I think I better stop on this until I get the other side done, and then I can bring it all around together. I think it's pretty close here. And I'll go over everything several times before it's covered. I'm still thinking about that Japanese tissue business, how I'm going to get that done. We got that. And we got 13 watchers. Hope you're enjoying the sanding, the boring sanding, but that's what model airplane building is sanding. Hope you can learn some techniques here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut that out. If I can't get it to sand, see there's a pen line right there. If I can't get it to come up there and take that pen line out, I'll come back with a razor blade and cut it out. Because that's where the covering line is going to be, that line right there. Not out here, not over here, right there on that line. Yeah, that front part went away there. Okay, let's do the other side, and then I'll sand it once again as a whole. So, okay, perfect example of what I'm talking about here. Yeah, zoom in a little bit more. This will help you make a better looking wingtip. Okay, you see how this line right here is behind the leading edge? No bueno. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut. Let me get a new blade. Oh, shit. That dust is terrible. You only got one chance to do it. You can't be doing a hacksaw type cut. You got to make one smooth, solid cut. So this tip is an extension of the leading edge that's running all the way around. So if I put it back here when the covering comes in, it'll look like hell. So you just take it like so and visualize where you're going. I forgot I had already done that on the other side. I'll get this piece out here. There we go. There it is. There it is. All right. So now it's going to look like one continuous piece, like leading edge comes around, it bends around the corner. If you had it way down here, it wouldn't. Now, as it widens up back here, that's not a problem because we're going to sand this shape better so that it all blends in. So you don't worry about how wide this is or even where this comes to back here because it's coming into the rib right here. Now, if you wanted to be real slick, I don't want to do that because I'm not adding any extra wood, but you could put a half turn right here between these two ribs where it comes up and makes a half turn like so, and kind of blend that in. But it's strictly cosmetic. I don't think that it much matters. Shit, half the people looking at these airplanes that are judges don't have any idea what they're looking at. Does it shine? That's all I worry about. Does it shine? Has it got some spray shine on it? Nope. That really bothers me about that spray shine shit. Forget tradition, forget weight, just put some goop on it. Make it shiny. Of course the bottle's plugged. You guys like them tips? I mean, they look great covered. If you looked at my other airplane, they look perfect. I mean, they're great. Worked out good. Now we need to work this out, though. I've got a big pile of epoxy here holding this on. There we go. Nope. Maybe. That'll work. That'll do it. Okay, I need to cut this bottom off. For as little weight as these add, well worth it. So we want to sand this round, sand this off, sand that round. Get in there some more. Sand this back. Making sure that it's up. So how much off of that? Okay. Man, it's a rock there or something. Oops. So we need to cut that off. There it is. There it is. Finally. Man, what a pain. Okie dokie. Ball drive. Just gotta get moved forward. That'll be good enough. Them bearings don't sound like they're long for the world. Okay, the other one, good starting point is right here. She's a pretty tight slot, but that's the way it works out. It'll be fine. Okay. Now for the rough out. Let me zoom this back out a little bit so it's not so cramped up. There we go. And I need a drink of water. My water. Orange raspberry. Yum, yum. Yavis from Guadalupe is The Viper, your own? Yes, it is. No, I'm building it for me. Plans will be available as soon as Steve gets them done. He's got the drawings in his hands, but plans will be available. It's a good flying airplane. It really is. As long as it's light. You can't build it in the 50s. Don't bother. I designed this in 1991. It's in a Windfall book. The predecessor, the one after this, not one, it's two after this one. Viper 4 Super Glide is the one that was in the magazine. And that's the one that Windfall cites. This is the better one, number 2. I built, this is my 13th or 14th one. I can't remember how many I've got. I got one hanging on the wall. I think number 6 is hanging on the wall. Number 8, the wing is, Joey Matheson's got one in Las Vegas, so I don't know whether he ever finished that. I built quite a few of them. I've tried all different configurations to make it better. And this is the one that I've found works the best. 58-inch beam wing. Secret is in the spar. It's like the magic's in the wood on a rev up. The secret to this airplane's in the spar. You can't build an airplane with this much wing area with a heavy balsa spar. I don't even believe carbon fiber spar would be good. Yeah, it'd be strong, but it'd be heavy. So you give up the weight. This airplane needs to be around 53, no more than 54 ounces, but I'd really like it to be 48. I had one 49. Didn't have much of a finish on it, though. He was built strictly to fly. There's probably more than 13 hanging around. Number 5 went to John Lowry, who's since passed away. That was 95. Yeah, this was my baby. Been developing it for a while. Kind of like John, oh shit, now his Cavalier. I can't even remember his name now. He's built 23 or 24 of them. If this one here was way ahead of its time, but the Cavalier was a good or is a good classic airplane. This is now N30 legal, not classic, but N30. And it's more than capable as a Pampa airplane, so you could build it in a pipe configuration. I had several of them in pipe configurations, but with the Brian Gardner 60, I just don't think it's necessary. Oh, we're close. Uh-huh. Yeah, big airplanes fly a lot better than them little ones. Be able to learn more building a big airplane. Yeah, we're close. Man, we are close. So it took an hour to sand this in. So it's not really if I wasn't screaming, showing everybody how to do this. But yeah, we're getting close. Get her roughed in here and then come back with 180. Easy peasy, nice and greasy. Let's see here. We need some 180. I think it's a 180 here. Yep. Start sander by hand. Ah, what the hell are you doing? Shoot. Where'd it break? Oh, broke loose there. That's where. Okay, well, we won't worry about that. Have to be careful. Glue it back on first. Yeah. There it is. Okay, so we gotta go down with this. Ah, and I can't win. I just broke that rib out. Pretty delicate. Pretty delicate. Hopefully it'll go back right where it came from. If I can find it. Now I'll have to make a new one. Yeah. That ain't it. I think that's it. Yeah. It'll go this way. That goes that way. We're going to figure something out for that. Okay. Let's do this. Yep, wrong way. Um, 'You're gonna have to get the long bar on it. I think I can save it like this. Yeah, it's coming around. He's it coming around. $62 cc's. That's pretty good size. That'll run a mini bike. That'll run a mini bike. Took a piece of wood out there. It's not good. Have to add a piece in there. There, run a mini bike. That's no good. Fix it with a block. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. Glue that back on. Got to glue that again. Not good. See, this is the upside, so we need to Straighten that line out. Close enough. I'll hit it with a nail file. Yeah, that came loose. So damn glue bottles ain't worth a damn. Okay, that's it. Now, I got this line right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. That's all got to go away. That's got to get sanded up to that line or cut it off. So this is all that's left to do to finish on this tip. Is this sand out right here. So I see where it's got to come way. It starts way back here. We got to get it. In order to sand this out, this has to come out right way back here. We're getting there. Need a new piece of sandpaper. There we go. There it is. We're almost there. We're almost there. You take this flap off. It's either going to get broke or screwed up, so I can't repair it. So take it off here. Let me. Already done broke out a piece off the front there. With the glue a little piece in it. Yeah, maybe not. I'll just sand it over. Sand it over and fill her up. Be fine. Yeah, it's not good. It'll be fine. There it is. See, what I'm doing is I'm using the light. I'm sighting down the shadow to make sure it's symmetrical. Any of you guys out there in my viewing audience have an old carpenter's handsaw or an old disc for a, table saw, 12 or 14-inch, big one, rusty, that you're not going to do nothing with? If you do, please get in contact with me. I need a couple of those. We were out yard sailing today and couldn't find them. Hey, we just about got this one done. Done enough where I'll call it quits before I do the final sand out. Now I got a Permagrit. It's not really Permagrit, but it's a shaker. It's embedded with, I don't know, about 80 grit. Got a half round in it. Yeah. Dug a hole, gotta be careful. Dug a hole, gotta be careful. Oh yeah, that straightened her right out. I'll put this back. Straighten her right up. See how that looks. I wish I would have been doing video when I built my Thunderbolt, my front row Thunderbolt. Now we got to cut this way back. Yeah. Only a couple $100 more. Hours sanding. Couple $100 more sanding. That's all. Looking good though. She's looking good. Oh, really dug the crap out of it there. Shit. Sorry, but I got to turn my back to you. Got that. Woo-wee. Almost. Almost got it. Ruined it. That's how fast that permagrit will sand that shit straight. About 40 grit. Come on. There it is. Okay. Okay, I got it roughed in. I think that's going to be the end of the video. We've been on an hour and a half. The rest is detail sand, 320. Rinse and repeat. Same shit over and over again. I think we're going to put a brace in that. You can go around there. I might have to cut that out anyway. Cut it back. Otherwise, there'll be a goofy looking spot right there. You can't have that. That's good. Well, any questions on the tips? And I think I need to make another outro. Or pull one from my old videos. All right, like, subscribe, and share. I'll be back later on this evening if all goes well. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. But I think we'll do another one tonight. Fair winds, tight lines. See you.